What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Booker, back in the building, man. Yup, back like we never left. Got my boy, Coach Clark in the building, man.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hey, it's been a minute, man. You been MIA, man. But you know, I took care of business for you, man.
Hey, man.
I'm just keeping the seat warm for you. I knew you.
You know what it is. Hey, listen. Sometimes when priority call and duty call,
You got it right.
You got to man up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So your boy had to take care of some priorities. You know what I'm saying? Man up on a few things. You know what I mean? Now I'm back.
Gentle warrior.
Yeah.
Tender warrior.
Tender warrior.
Tender warrior.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got to be a tender warrior, man. Yeah. So yeah, we back in the saddle, man. I miss being here, man. You know what I'm saying? The fans been calling for me, man. I'm back, y'all.
Hey, man, hold on. Wait, before we go any further, though. Congratulations on the position with the AYF, man. You the guy.
Oh yeah.
Long time coming, man. Long time coming.
Well, AYF, I really do appreciate, them still recognizing that I still got a little bit of talent, man. I still got some juice left, man.
yeah.
I still got some juice left, man. Hey, listen. Hey, I got a passion for to see these kids and these coaches and stuff elevate, man. So I'm gonna be here, man. I'm gonna be here for the long haul, man. And hopefully I can give these guys some resources and some tools that they can use to push the AYF back to the top like it was before.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you a couple questions since I got you on.
I'm on it. I'm doing
get you interview you a little bit.
Shit.
So, hey, man. So, like you said, you
this.
want to try to, get things back to where. So, what are some of the things you plan to implement, man, to kind of push us back to the top of that threshold? What's Booker's plan coming in?
Hey, man, I'm working with some other guys, so it's gonna be our plan, not just Booker's plan. But
your input.
But some of the things I like to see is, man, I like to see us gain control of the integrity. Bring back the integrity of the game.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that, man? By getting people to respect what the efforts that people have put in to come out to that field that day, and parents and
right.
and coaches who've gotten their team ready, the referees coming out, doing their thing, and then we get bunch of irate parents, crowded sidelines, safety issues. That's my number one thing, really, for real, because I think that if we eliminate a lot of the additional traffic that's on the sideline, which is what typically causes confusion.
Right.
I want to bring back the safety and also bring back the integrity, and then also along with the integrity is, looking along the sideline, and all the coaches are dressed in coaches' gear. Coaches are dressed in coaches' gear.
Say that.
We're not talking about out there with Timberlands on game day.
Not Timberlands.
Well, whatever you wear, man. I mean, but we got to get a little bit more uniform, man.
Right. Not like you just left the club.
A little bit more uniform, and we just want to bring back the integrity of the AYF, man. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I think we here in North Carolina, I think North Carolina youth football, I think we're thriving pretty good. We got a good guy, Day, who's pretty much taking the reins. Mo did an exceptional job whenever he was here with the AYF. I think we're just trying to get it back to the standard.
Right.
Back to a standard where people they want to be a big part of it. So I'm gonna do whatever I can, man.
I think you'll do well, man. You got a lot of experience, a lot of respect.
I was on the board for 8 years with Mo.
Your name carries some weight around here, man. People respect who you are, what you do. So I'm looking forward to seeing some big changes, man. And hey, being back to the King of the Mountain. So
yeah, man. AYF football.
Congratulations, brother.
We'll have state championships again this year.
That was big.
State championships. Yeah, so it's gonna be big, man. We got some really good stuff on the table, man, for AYF. So yeah, everybody just stay tuned. Hey, so hey, you said something nice up tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. High school football, and man. Listen, think about this. There'll be summer will be here in not too long, right? We're like about 12 weeks away. Not even.
We'll be playing football.
We're playing football in about 4 months, 4 or 5
Yeah.
months, right? So that stuff creeps up really quick. We just got done with winter session. We just started spring ball, and of course, with the spring ball comes to 7-on-7. But you know what? What did you do to get better from last season to this upcoming season?
Right.
Are you going to be the same player? Are you going to be elevated? Are you getting any additional training, all-season
Right.
training, skill trainings, position training, strength training, speed training? So, man, listen, I want to bring on one of the best DB coaches that I've ever met,
The best?
and put out a lot of Division I talent, man, and one of those state championship programs, and went over to private school and continued that tradition of winning state program state titles, man. So
They let him over there in the private?
they let him. I don't know what they did. You know,
the hell's
it
going
might
on?
have been it might have been a DEI hire, but you know, it's over.
He must have catfished.
He has somebody, but he does. His name is James Akers, so it could be. You know, they could.
Booyah! There he is.
You.
Right in the center.
They
What's good, fellas?
You know, confuse his name for one of the other people. So
Front and center, man.
James Akers, welcome to the show, eh?
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
Oh,
it. How y'all doing, man?
I think your mic is muted, Coach.
Hold on.
Let me see here.
His mic, because I can't hear him. Can
Okay,
you hear
let
him?
me see. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Coach.
Oh, he said, can you hear me now?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, we got our
We all the way up.
programmer, engineer walking
Yo.
the building.
Is he here? Coach.
Yup.
Yeah, there he
There
is.
we go.
There we go.
There I go.
There, that's why you gotta have an engineer on your staff.
What's going
Yeah,
on,
what's up?
fellas?
Hey, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to On the Line Sports Media, man. Good to have you, man. Like Coach said, one of the top DBs. Not only, I don't look at you just from knowing you from the time that I've known you. I look at you more like a athlete, influence, motivator, mentor. I've seen you, grab some kids up. I've seen you. I done seen you grab some kids up and get in some kids' face,
Hey, listen.
and kind of give them some life lessons as well. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
yeah. So, welcome to the show, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Did I blow up?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. It just
Clock went off. He gonna come back on, man.
yeah,
Okay.
it's tripping over here.
So yeah, man, you what's life like over at PD right now? What preparation look like?
It's great, man. Coach Greer runs a tight ship over there. Great kids, facilities, school's great. They welcome me with open arms. I came a little late in the off season last year because I was about to take a year off, man, and just have some time to just reflect and relax a little bit. But man, my boy Gary Green kept tugging on the chain, man.
I know that's right.
Gary Green kept tugging on the chain. That's my little brother, man. And he was just like, "Hey, bro, Coach Greer wants you to, come get these DBs right." And I said, "Man, I'll think about it, man. I'll think about it. I'll think about it." And then I just went to a practice one day, just went to a workout, and man, I had to scratch that itch, man. I was out there
That's it.
getting ready to coach, and I'm like, "No, hold up, wait a minute. I ain't on staff or nothing. Let me chill." And man, Coach Greer talked to me for about 10 minutes. Man, he had me hooked, man. I was like, "Man, yeah, I'll be back."
That's
So
what's up, man.
It's in your DNA, man.
That's what's
Can't get
up.
away
Man.
from it.
yeah, can't get away from it,
Can't get away
man.
from it, man. The worst thing you
you can
do
do is see bad technique.
the worst thing you can do is see bad technique while you out there watching something.
Man, I
Man,
told
listen.
some guys. Some guys was asking me, man. I told some guys I tried to sit down back in 23, I think it was. I tried to. Was it 23? Yeah, I tried to sit out. I was like, man, I'm done, man. I can't.
Yeah.
Just let me chill for a minute. And I did something similar to what you did. So my man was like, man, come on out, man. I want you to meet these kids, man. They've never played competitive football before, man. We're trying to get them get them with some good coaches. I was like, man, I'll come check it out.
That's all it takes.
Went over
Come
there,
check it out.
Went over there and checked it out, man. I'm back in this joint again. Boy, I say
Yeah,
this.
man.
Executive rolled out.
But you
And
know
the
what, though,
executive
Coach?
rolled out.
I say this, man. I tell all the guys like yourself, myself, Philando, I can't sit down with the knowledge that I have that can
Yeah.
move a kid forward, that can get a kid on track, that can get a kid, you know, you know, out of
Right.
the hood, whatever.
Yeah.
Make him dream again, give him hope. And I just I feel some type of way sitting there, man, not giving that to somebody, man, because
Yeah. I
I'm
feel the
just
same
sitting
way.
on it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like as a coach, as a father, as an uncle, as a brother, like it's always life lessons and always a
Mm.
kid that you could, pour into and just
Yeah,
help them in any kind of way.
Right.
right.
Growing up the way I grew up, man, I'm from New York. When I moved to North Carolina, I didn't really have any male influences. I had a couple, but not really guys how I am. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I promised myself that when I did grow up and decide to maybe deal with kids, because my mom's a teacher, I'm gonna give them everything that I didn't get
right.
as a teenager.
There you
So
go.
the way I coach, the knowledge and the iron fist and the love that I do show these boys, I give it because that's what I didn't. I feel like I didn't get that as a football player. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I truly, truly got it out the mud when it came to football. I only had two coaches that really had a big impact on my life. You know what I'm saying? So, and one of the coaches, Coach Smith, he's a golf coach at Cox Mill right now.
Oh,
And
okay.
then Coach Michael Johns, he was a head coach my senior year at Mount Pleasant. And I still kind of keep in touch with him. But I said, man, once I got to Chambers and I realized, no, I even take it before Chambers. When I was coaching with U City Irish, and
Oh, okay.
we that's when I met Philando way back in the day. And when y'all was the Mountaineers,
Yeah.
Glen Hill, and man, we was going back and forth, and I was like, these kids, they need a little more leadership, a little more, grit and grind from a coach that's really gonna show them the way of life and not just football.
Right.
So,
Man.
I kind of take that. That's like a legacy that I want to leave, where I have parents come back and say, "Hey, we appreciate you for
Right.
helping my kid, in any way that you did. Whether it was football, whether it was a ride, whether it was he needed something to eat, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And like I really like it. I might be a little, harsh and this tough guy at times, but like sometimes I shed a tear when a parent come back and tell me, "Man, you really changed my kid's life," and
Yeah.
I be riding
Yeah.
That's what it's
home
all about.
Yeah.
and it
That's big
hit me. You
time.
know what I'm saying?
Let me
So
ask
yeah,
you
that's what
something.
it's about.
Let me ask you something, man. You talk about uh, the new kids, the new athletes, the current athletes. Um, you hear a lot of people talk about they seem a little bit either softer parenting
Hmm.
or making a little kids a little bit more in their feelings, a little bit more
Yeah.
sensitive, can't take the tough coaching. I mean, what do you think about the athletes today versus the athletes from from your era, my era? I don't think they it's tough skin, can't take the tough coaching,
Yeah.
like we did.
I think, man, the worst thing that you can do as a parent nowadays is accept instant gratification.
Right.
Your parents, and this, you guys see this all the time with you football books. Parents, they could care less about the development. They want their
Mm.
kids to just win automatically. They want them to
Right.
play. They don't care if he can run the ball and score a touchdown or if he could tie his shoe. They want that boy to get the ball no matter what. They don't care
Right.
about the rest of the kids. They want their son to get the ball and he could get his helmet knocked off 100 times.
Right.
But they don't care about the development of the kid. They want to see little Timmy stand up there with his trophy, whether he played it down, whether he busts his behind in practice. They don't care about that. They want that instant gratification.
Wow.
Same thing with these scholarship offers, man. You got parents bragging and, "Oh, my kid got this. He has 25 offers." Is he getting developed? Is he
Right.
prepared to go to college, not just as a football player, but as
Right.
a young man that ain't got mama and daddy to talk to them coaches and get mad because they feel like their son's not getting treated the right way because he's not handling his business in the classroom. He's not handling his business in the on the field. You know, they want instant gratification. So I think some kids, man, you could tell who got that grandma, grandpa, uncle with their foot on their back.
Right.
You know, as along with mom and dad, you can tell those kids.
So let me ask you: do you, as a coach, because you sound like I've heard you coach, you kind of got that old school, in your face,
Yeah,
hold you accountable
for sure.
type coaching. You know, the tough coaching, so to speak, where you can, you're gonna get on them, you're gonna be real tough on them, but you're gonna love on them later.
Sure.
But do you have to adjust to these type kids? Because right now, I'm gonna have to say that sometimes I feel like I gotta let up a little bit because these kids either gonna shut down, or they'll shut down on you, or hit the transfer portal.
Boy,
Man, to be honest, Book, man, if I really think about it, I've been this year number 8. As harsh as I can be, and as hard as I love on these kids, I haven't had one parent really come to me and say, "Hey, stop talking to my kid like that," or "Hey, you doing this?" I literally had a couple of parents that thought that's the way it was going to go. And I told the kids, hey, tell your mom and dad, or tell auntie or whoever why it is this way.
Right.
Just, understand there's a method to my madness.
Right.
And then at the end of the season, there's a couple parents, they came back and said, "You know what, coach, I really appreciate you, Coach Akers. Man, my bad. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. Like, my son, like, he adores you. Like, he loves you to death because you taught him a different way of life." So I haven't had any parents, bro. Not
Well, that's what's
one.
up, man. Well, that's what.
And
That's
I thought I might get some of that, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I coach Book. I coach Zion. And
yeah.
Zion know, like, hey, you gonna do it my way or the highway, even though he played receiver, but he played a little DB.
Yeah,
And he
but
wanted to do it his way. I said,
you know what? And you're
No.
right. So Zion gave me a story. He said, "Dad, I'm on the field when I go to these universities to play. He said, and it's guys from South Florida, the athletes that they talk about, the elite athletes is from South Florida, from Miami, from freaking Texas, from Georgia." He said, the difference. He said the reason why he's been able to emerge and always, that guy on the depth chart. He said because these kids can't take the tough coaching. He said, and I've come from tough coaching.
Yeah.
He said these kids now, they shut down, man. They shut down on these college coaches, man. They give them bad body language. They become uncoachable. And he said, I appreciate being at somewhere like Chambers. He appreciate being, me. I've always been tough on them, and my expectations have always been up. So yeah, man. So some of these, I would say some of the parents and some of the kids really appreciate the tough coaching and making them have that thick skin. So yeah, that's big stuff. But what Justin, all right?
I had a question about that, Coach, about your being that you were at Chambers, right? Now you transition to like a private school, so that's got to be a completely different dynamic over there. Like how was that? How did you tone it down, or you just stayed the same and you just coached the way you coached and the players adapted to you? How was that transition?
I pretty much stay the same. I just watch what I say in certain instances. But I keep it tough. Like, it's in my room, it's my way to highway. If I have to make certain adjustments and stuff like that, that's different. But as far as like, I tell kids out the gate, I'ma love you. I'ma coach you hard. But I'm not coaching from how I want it. I'm coaching from the coaches that taught me how to do it the right way. And I'm trying to perfect it. So when I'm teaching you, it's not just coming from me. It's coming from a DB coach that I talked to at VTech, a DB coach I talked to at Texas, a D coordinator like Andre Cannon that was no nonsense guy that taught me a lot of stuff. A Glenwood Furby that taught me how to do certain things against the offense. You know what I'm saying? That make it hard. So those guys really helped me mold myself into what I am. So now those kids at Providence Day can understand it's my way or the highway in my room.
Gotcha.
But Coach Green is the same way. I call Coach Green the coach leader, man. Like, he has those receivers so fine-tuned, bro. It's crazy. They drag us every practice. I'm talking about drag us every practice. But it's because of the mentality that he's instilled in them. And he's been there, I think this is going, fourth year.
Yeah.
So this is my second year. So I'm trying to pour into them as much as I can so that the mentality will change of, why am I on the field? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And that's second nature.
Right.
You're going to do it because your why is winning the state championship. Your why is winning every rep. Your why is I'm going 100 miles per hour. Every rep will change the mistakes when we finish. You know what I'm saying? So they're starting to get it, man. A lot of those boys are good, though, man. Like, the coaching, they not going to talk back. They're going to do what you tell them to do. Dope, but the mentality that I'm trying to instill in them is just be a little bit more meaner. Like, I just want a little bit of little more nastiness out of them. You know what I'm saying?
A little more tough. One thing is I always wonder, man. So when you get, say, you got a higher, you get to a certain level of high school football, right? Championship level football, get into the playoffs, and generally those teams are gonna have some D1 kids on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the things that you might be getting away with this in high school because you're just a superior athlete at this level that is not going to fly at the next level. So one of those things that, technique wise or some of the drills that you might implement to say, hey, this is good for high school.
Yeah.
But you're going to college now and this shit ain't going to work. Like some of those key things that you have to fine tune to take these kids to the next level.
I tell guys, man, be intentional with your training. Don't just go out there and train with your friends because of your friends and they're not helping you get any better. Or train with guys because of the clickbait and they posting the videos or it's popular, or to train with this person. Like, if they're not pinpointing the little small things that you need to work on, I ask every kid, what is it your coach say you need to work on? You need to work on X, Y, Z. So right now, I'm working on fast feet out of the brakes, making sure we're braking the right way, two steps out of the 45 brake, working hips, quick twitch. The biggest thing is eye discipline. If you don't have those things, man, and being able to work press technique the correct way, catch technique, motor technique, kick step, those things, you have to have those going to the next level. And when you get to the next level, they're not going to really teach you that stuff. They're going to show you, and that's it. You got to fix it yourself. So the little things that you do in training, you have to really pinpoint that. If your trainer is not pinpointing, you false stepping. If your trainer is not pinpointing, you getting out of your break with one or two steps, like, it's pointless in training. Like, I try to train off of reaction and not commands. That's the biggest thing too. Because nobody's going to tell you when to break in the game. I put a receiver in front of the DBs and let them react to when the receiver breaks for them to get out their break. So instead of saying, "Hey, I pedal, break," no, you're not going to get that in the game. You got to react off of that receiver that's in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when you get a kid that comes to you because they've heard that you're really good DB coach, what's the evaluation process? Do you kind of meet that kid where he is? You take him through some type of evaluation process, kind of meet him where he is, and then just take it from there.
Yeah, for sure. I see if he can backpedal. Out the back pedal, I could tell what he really need to work on. If his feet are good,
so just a simple back pedal will kind of
the basics.
The basics. Can he break 45? If his feet are outside of his frame, If he's taking too many steps, getting out his break, oh yeah, we got to work on that. It's the same, and I break it all the way down. I'm talking about from just walking a back pedal and walking to get out your break so they can understand it. Because some kids they don't even know that when you're breaking to your right, your break foot is your left. When you break it to your left, your break foot is your right. Some
Right.
kids don't understand that. They don't know it at all. They just running around. So like little stuff like that matters. So I trained a kid about 2 weeks ago. He's 10. Plays out in Concord for the Bears. His mom came to me and said, "Hey, the coach has said he wants to he needs to work on catching a deep ball and something else." She said. I said, "Well, he's 10 years old. Like, how many deep balls is going to be thrown to him?" You know what I'm saying? He's a DB, and he got out there and he started backpedaling, and I didn't have to tell him what foot to get out of the break. And I was like, "Did you know?" He said, "Coach, I didn't know." I said, "But you're doing it the right way. So let's build on top of that." Yeah, and he's a solid little kid, man. He's gonna be pretty good because he has it naturally. He has it naturally.
I saw a video. I think you posted it or somebody may have sent it to you. But the one thing that was the most impressive thing about this guy in these drills was his patience, right? And to me, that shows a supreme confidence in your ability and your understanding of the position. So how do you teach a guy to be patient and not just flip his hips and run down the field? So how do you teach him? What are the things you teach him to show? Hey, this is the route that's developing, and this is how you get on top of that.
Eye discipline, man. That's the biggest thing because if you're watching the wrong thing, if you're looking at the feet gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at their arms ain't telling you which way they're going. You got to watch their hips. If a kid can just slow it down just a tad, then he could see what I'm teaching when it comes to watching the hips. Like at the line, in press man, I teach guys to watch that back foot. When the back foot moves, you can put your hands on them, but you just gotta be patient and wait for that back foot to move. It's two releases you got to receive. You got split release, you got speed release. If you stand there and you be patient and you just watch that back foot, if that back foot crosses your other foot, it's a speed release. If it comes to balance and it's even, Steven, it's a split release. So you just got to, it's really the eye discipline. And that's the hardest thing to teach some of these younger guys, man.
That split release is a fool.
Patient.
Yeah.
Not
Patient.
jumping at the first thing you see.
Yep. You just got to be patient. You're gonna get beat. You're gonna get beat more times than you're gonna win in reps. But if you just be patient and just watch what your trainer, your coach is teaching you, you'll be fine. Everybody want to do one-on-ones and they don't want to get beat, but I'd rather you get beat in one-on-ones in practice than get beat in one-on-one on that go route in the game.
Yeah. You can't get that back.
So, but the
Nah, you
techniques
can't.
aren't the same for every athlete because you might get is it the same? I guess the basic
stuff are the same.
are
Basic stuff
the
is the
same, but knowing when you got a press corner versus an off corner,
Yeah.
whether you know what I mean, because a lot of the
Yeah.
kids probably come to you, they don't even know, they don't know whether they play
Yeah.
better at press coverage. I mean, at press versus off, they don't know.
Yeah.
Know, so.
The thing that
a
I
lot
do
to
though,
teach these kids.
the thing that I do with that though, I try to teach. I started doing this my second year at Chambers. No, really my third year when me and Coach Kanan took over. I taught every DB every position on the back end. The easiest position is nickel. Taught guys nickel. Then we moved from nickel to rover / strong safety. If you can get that, then we go move on to free. And then if you get the keys to the caddy, you go out there on the island and play corner. So all of those guys that I had at Chambers, your TJ McGills, your Trey Hendersons, your Kyrie Elders, Rondell Carter, Noah Collins, they can play when they left Chambers. All of them can play all 5 positions in the backfield.
That's huge.
And I'm trying to get that with some of the guys at Providence Day now, because you're more you could get advertised more to say, hey, this kid can play nickel. He can also play free and rover.
That's clutch.
Yeah, man. So
You got Adams on?
Adams is he's in and out.
He's in and out. I love it, man. I love it. So, yeah, man, that was one of the questions. He actually answered the question for me. Is like, what do you do to determine whether that guy is going to be more efficient at a slot or a press or off cover? So I think you just kind of cover that. So
yeah,
man, yeah, that's some good stuff, man. You were showing me this drill you sent to me. I think we tried to pull it up on one April, but let's talk about some of the drills that you do to make sure that guy's getting out of that break. Just kind of break that down for us. Some of your, your all day, everyday drills that we're gonna be in part of every workout. That's just basic technique stuff.
gotcha. I start out every training session on the ladder. Guys will stretch. Boom, you got 5 to 7 minutes on the ladder. Your 2 feet in, 2 feet out, inky shuffle, your high knees, all that stuff. That warms up, your legs, your Achilles, all that stuff. Then we go to a drill that I call stationary breaks. So you get your 45-degree angle. If we're going 45 to the right, your left foot is back, and we just take a T step or a road runner step with that left foot, the break foot. We'll do it repeatedly, and then we'll hold, balance, drive, break up out of there. That's how we be able to put our foot in the ground and not slip. No matter what surface we're playing on, we can play in mud, the rain, turf, whatever. And that's the more you do that drill, you're not just putting 40% of your foot in the ground. You're putting your whole foot in the ground, about 80%, and you're not slipping. And you're keeping your feet up under you in your square, your telephone booth. So we do that, and then we do the same thing in the crossover run. The only thing is, in those 2 drills, you're gonna hold your break foot up for the balance, and then you're gonna drive. When I say break, you're gonna drive out of there 45, or you'll drive, out of your crossover 45.
So let me ask you this: what do you prefer? I hear a lot of debate on this.
I know what you're about to ask.
A T stop or a T step, or is it like a kick step, or
a T step or road runner step, bicycle step. Yeah.
What do you prefer? And let's talk about the benefits of either or. And does that also determine what type of athlete he is that does that?
Yeah.
So it depends, man. Really, like whatever the kid is comfortable with. I'm really a bicycle step guy, but then some of my best guys are T-step guys. And then I got a kid now that I'm training, first year player. Like he gets out his break with a T-step, and he's not slipping in the mud or nothing. I took him through the trenches, every drill I could think of to see if he's gonna slip, and he works at home on that T-step, and he gets up out of there. He hardly ever slips. So it's one of them things, like whatever you're really comfortable with. But when I played it, I did more of a bicycle step, because I don't like. For me, with a T-step, just how I played and all that stuff, a T-step made me slip. Yeah, it made me slip in the mud, or when the grass wasn't too green, And so, but I teach both of them. Whichever's gonna get you up out of that break fast.
I know
That's what we're gonna do.
I just feel like that pause can get you beat. You know what I mean? I feel like that.
It's got to be quick.
Yeah, man. You gotta
be quick.
Be an athlete, man. You gotta be able to translate that. So that's always been one of my debates. I guess you answered the question. It's best whatever they feel comfortable with, and if they're getting out of that break with the T step, let's go. Right?
Because it's not really how fast you are. It's how fast your feet are getting out of that break. You could be a 4.7 guy, but you get about that break, it's faster than the guy that runs a 4.3. It just depends on how fast your feet are.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get Justin going, man.
I don't know what's going on with Mr. Justin over there, man.
He was on for a second.
You probably get a lot of kids that's, do you ever, I'm pretty sure you do ask them, are they training, do they have a trainer?
Yeah.
And some of that's, do you, I know you rather them to train with you, but do you kind of, when you go through your evaluation period, do you kind of without talking trash,
Yeah.
calling the other trainer trash?
Don't do it,
Man,
Don't
honestly,
do it,
I really don't. I tell guys that train with me, I got a lot of loyal guys. I got a lot of loyal kids, man. They see the benefit of training with me. And then I have some guys that train with me. They train with other guys, and I don't have a problem with it. But the key thing is, if you come train with me, if you go away and do your own thing or whatever, and then you come back and train with me, and what you're doing is, I'ma check you. Only because Coach, I don't train because it's the way I want to do it. Like I literally like talk to college coaches. I talk to a couple NFL guys. Like my OG is Coach Myron Bell, dog. That's my guy. You know, I watched Bell when my son was playing 7-on with him when he was younger. And I just watched how Coach Bell did drills and how intentional he was. And he did not take no mistake. Like, where'd you get that from? You ain't, I don't do that. You know we don't do that. You've been with somebody else, that's wrong.
Yeah,
And
I mean, the truth of
hold
the
they
matter
feet to the
is,
fire.
I'm kind of straight and direct, man. I meet some
Yeah.
kids, man, and they ain't, you know, and they tell me they played for U City Irish or somebody. And
Man, he throwing shots, man.
no. I didn't mean to say. I didn't mean to say U City Irish.
Damn, bro.
No.
First time guest. That was
Oh,
that
man.
was a roast.
This dude ain't no guest,
That was a
man.
roast. Man.
It's his first time on the show.
First
man.
time on the show.
No, but sometimes you got to shoot these kids. No shade, but sometimes you got to shoot
Yeah.
these kids straight.
Yes,
Nah, for
Sometimes
sure.
you got to shoot them straight and say, "Hey, man, tell your trainer to call me, dog." 'Cause
Nah, for
if that's what you've been learning, man, hey,
Yeah.
maybe your trainer need to come to the trainer.
Trainer,
You know,
trainer.
maybe your coach need to come see the coach. You know, because that ain't gonna get it because you was starting over there.
Yeah.
You was an All-American over there,
All-American.
wherever you were, but
You
over
see
here,
Irish.
yeah.
That is from what Saints.
depth chart done, done slipped down the depth chart.
Which 8 plays you want to play?
Oh, man.
So let's talk about,
man.
but let's talk about the speed factor, man, because a lot of these kids, a lot of kids are being judged on the 40-yard dash, right? No matter what,
It's the sexy event.
40-yard dash. No, man.
It's the sexy event.
You say it's sexy, man, but it's very relevant to whether you're gonna get that money or not.
Yeah.
A lot of hey, I'm telling you, a lot of contracts are written. A lot of kids that can't even play the game. If you can run a 4.2 40, 4.3 40,
Right, they like you.
you know what I'm saying? They gonna sign you up.
Hands of stone.
How important is it in the development, in their development, man? Is it to have that fast 40?
I mean, I don't
We-
think. No
I think
one
we can
wants to answer it.
probably go to Justin Adams
I
and
think Mr. Adams can answer that.
help us out.
What's
with
going on, fellas?
What's
my
up?
guy?
Hey man, speed is it's important because you got to think the way that these NFL GMs look at it. You could be a hell of a football player, but if you can't guard a Tyreek Hill who runs a 4.2, we can't do nothing with you. You know what I mean? You gotta have that pure speed. You know what I mean? That athleticism. That's gonna take you there. All right, so you know that's one of the things that separates. You know what I mean? Being able to be able to run, because you can't run no matter how good your routes are. If you can't get open, you can't get separation, or if you can't, take the top off of defense, we don't want you, man. So you got to have that speed. Then you gotta build it. Then you gotta build a, you know what I'm saying, guard guys like KC. You see KC, he running the 4.2 going straight. If you can't run with him, we can't put you back there in the secondary.
don't know
Hey, cause you don't want that guy.
If KC running the 4.2, he shit. Wow.
I know he get out of there.
Damn.
Lazy.
I seen her run some kickoffs back that was crazy. But Justin, let me ask you a question. Are you is it technique or is it just a fast twitch? What's the key to speed?
It's a little bit of both. You gotta know how to run. I mean, you got some people who have pure speed, it's just raw, and then you got some guys, that they got to really work the mechanics and really the technical piece of it. So I mean, like coming out, I know a lot of guys. I've been working camps, and just being able to get into the correct stance. You know what I mean? That could affect your 40-yard dash because if you coming out the 40 and you pop straight up, it could be over for some kids. But you got some kids that can recover that speed or have that back end speed. It's just raw, and it can recover and get that 4.2 or 4.3. You know what I mean? But for most kids, man, it's definitely the technical part of it. Being able to really drive, go out, get out that drive phase, low hill recovery, and then transition to that max velocity phase. And it's a lot of work to it. It's the reason why these guys go train for 3 months just to run at 40. Because a lot of these guys, you don't work that throughout the season. You working on game planning and running routes and backpedaling, but to really focus on and keying on that 40 technique that's gonna pay, because I mean they looking at guys that can run. If you can run, they gonna pay you. So
Absolutely.
But now that 40 can be a little bit controversial. All right. So
it's debatable.
in my experience going through the process, the recruiting process, my kid wasn't a fast 40. He didn't run a fast 40, and I think, but he could get open.
Yes, we could.
And he could get open. And so his route running helped him out a lot. And I'm talking about, he went to camps. My son was kind of under recruited, so but he didn't really get he really didn't get a scholarship until he went to the camp. But guess what they told him? You don't have to run the 40. So that kind of it's kind of like, this is a little controversial, man. So everybody talk about the 40 and you got to have a fast 40. It's good to have a fast 40, but he was able, and I'm sure there's a lot of receivers out here. If you can get open, a lot of coaches like, shit, we'll take him.
Yeah.
Because and we talk about, because once he get the ball, he's a little twitchy with it. He twitchy with it, not as, he a little twitchy with it. He's a loser, but is it such thing as football speed and the track speed, the 40 speed, the track speed, football speed, track speed?
Absolutely.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, let's go back to Zion. He was exceptional when it comes to getting open. So
Yes.
if you could be great in an area, that could take over from the speed part. So you could be a 4 or 5 guy, but if you get over every play, we're gonna take you. Or if you got a 44-inch vertical, but you run a 4.5, we're gonna take you. You're doing something that's gonna set you apart. You can't be mediocre. You can't be mediocre in other areas and run a 4.5, 4.6 as a skill player. That can't happen. But if you could be a 4.5, 4.6 guy and be exceptional in other areas, then we'll take you. So that's what the athletic part and the freak athleticism comes into play. When they recruiting.
Can I say this about Z Book?
Yeah.
All those guys that we had at Chambers DB wise, we've seen KC every day, see Hollywood every day, but man, Z Book used to come after practice and give us releases, just releases, no football, no nothing, and the boys can attest to that too. Like, his release game is impeccable.
Yeah, for sure.
So him not being that fast, who cares? He got open, he caught the ball, he beat you at the line, and that was it. So we had the same type of guy last season in Gordon Sellers that's at Clemson now. Release game crazy. Gordon was, he was a speed guy, but just at the line, quick feet and getting open. The 40, I mean, he was blessed to be fast, but those guys that had that package at the line with the releases, man, listen.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a hidden gem.
Ask you a question, Coach Adams. What is your evaluation process like when you get a kid comes to you and they want to improve their 40 and they just want to get faster overall? Say, you got a baseball kid that needs to be fast at 60 yards and vice versa. 40 in football and other sports. So what's your evaluation process like? and then how do you put a program together for that kid?
I'm looking at how smooth they are. So I put them through drills, see where they land at, which is very important. How you land on your foot. You know, you want to land on the balls. You don't want to land on the side of your foot. You don't want to land too much on the back of the heel. So you want to have most of your pressure on the balls of your feet. And just seeing your coordination. You know, that's I think that's one of the underrated things right now that I've been seeing in these athletes is just knowing how to jump rope. Like jump rope leads to the coordination. It leads to getting off the ground fast and that twitch. So I tell all my athletes, professional level all the way up to the youth level, like go jump rope. All right, I had a lot of kids that came to me past couple months, couldn't even get turn the rope 20 times. You know what I mean? You know, back in school we had the what was the jump for heart.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? They don't do that no more. So a lot of them don't even know what a jump rope
Yep.
is. So
Yep. Facts.
you know,
that's the truth.
tell these
They don't even go outside,
Yeah,
right.
so that's a whole different ball game.
So yeah, like seeing how coordinated they are, and just seeing how they go through these drills and can they catch on? Because if you're an athlete, you can catch on to the next movement.
Right.
So that's how I evaluate.
Right.
So what is that separating these guys? That's getting these. Obviously, speed is a key factor. But in your opinion, both of you guys can answer this question. What is separating that D1 guy, D2 guy, or D3, D2, about D3 to D2 guy? What is it that we're seeing in the D1 guys that's kind of like the main ingredient that we're not seeing in these other guys?
Athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make plays? Point blank.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
What are you putting out on the field? You know, I see some guys that are big, strong, fast, can't make the same play as a guy that's smaller. Kid at JMU last year played for South Point Rock Hill, played nickel, 5'7", but he ran like a 4.3. Man, he was killing guys. He's at UCLA right now.
Right.
5'7", 5'8", nickel, can play, made plays all season. Yeah. So I think it's just got to make plays.
but within your training, I guess it's kind of along the same lines as the question that Coach Clark asked. You know, you meet a lot of athletes right along the way, from year to year. It's always is that one guy that you look at and you say, you know what, that's it right there. That kid right there has all the characteristics, the work ethic, attributes that it takes to make it, and he actually makes it. And I'm gonna say this, and reason why I say this, I coached an athlete, and he ended up going to play in the NBA, but I met him when he was like 9 years old. But he played football for me. But he ended up, yeah. So Rob ended up going to the NBA, right? But I told him, I said, man, I told the kid, I really appreciate you, dude, because I spent a lot of personal time with him too. You showed me the characteristics, the attitude, everything that it takes to really make it, bro. Like the work that he put in when he wasn't on the court. Like when he was just out in my front yard, man, we didn't even know where he was. It was
Behind the
raining.
scenes.
It was raining. It was cold. It was snowing. But all he wanted was the ball in his hand. You know what I mean? Have you ran across any of those kids that you just say that kid right there got it. He got it. He got it.
That it factor.
That it
Absolutely. I mean, we see it in KC. I mean, KC's freshman year, he came in, we ran 110s, for workouts and stuff. And I saw Casey a couple weeks ago, and I had him tell the story to the boys, my 7-on-7 team. And Casey had asthma, and we probably ran about 5 or 6 of them, and he stopped. He's talking about, Coach, I got asthma. We was like, man, keep running, man. You loafing. And dog, once he caught his breath, he ran 6, maybe 7 sprints to catch up, nonstop. He didn't complain. He didn't talk back. He just did it. When he did that, coach, I looked and I told Coach Ferb and I think Carlos Richardson was there at the time. I said, "Hey, that kid's special.
Kid's different.
That's a different breed right there. Like that set the bar. Like you, that opens up your eyes as a coach. That opens up your eyes when you be like a young boy that freshman, 14 years old, do something like that. You like, oh, that's different.
I got me one.
Yeah, got one. But I mean, we had a bunch of those guys there. I mean, even in PD, like it's some guys there, stud wise. That's just like woo. The work ethic, the weight room guys, grades, and you just like when he get his shot at the next level, he gonna go.
Right.
Yeah, that's a rare trait, man. I have a kid I've been training for about a year now. He's a basketball kid. But this kid, man, he just comes and does the work. Don't complain, don't say nothing. Shows up on time. Walk. You know how I feel. Justin to tell you, don't come in my gym with no slides on.
No, nah.
Don't do that.
That's the wrong thing to do.
Freaking slides.
Yeah.
Come in ready to work. He comes in. It's like I don't have to tell him what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he walks in, he knows exactly. The warm ups don't change, right? We might pins up his upper lower body, might throw a couple different things in, but the kid just goes and goes and goes, and then he leaves me, and he puts up 500 shots, putting up 500 shots every day. 2 days a week he's going to basketball training. Weekends he's playing with high school kids. It's go, 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 go. And I think people don't understand the work it takes to get to that level, man. Like they think that, I'll go to football practice with my team, I'll do this. No, bro. That's like what these women say now. That's the bare minimum, bro. Like that's it. That's what you should be doing. But these kids, man, I was telling this kid the other day, man, I was like, man, people don't understand Monday through Friday. They just see Saturday. Or Monday through Saturday, and they just see Sunday, you know what I'm saying? They just see the product on the field. They don't tell you all the prep work it takes to get there, man. So when you see it, I'm going to say his name, man. Nah, I ain't going to tell you his name. Y'all going to see it.
Do you play this guy right here, PD? You don't, Butler?
Yeah, we're going to play that, man. Why you talking about that right
No,
now?
I'm just asking. I was just asking.
Talking about that right. Why you trying to kick up the dust, man? I'm trying to shout my boy Brady.
Hey, man, I'm just.
But what I'm saying
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
What I'm saying is, if us coaches have identified those guys, man, and then when we hear these kids talking about they want to do this and they do this, and they're not doing half of that, all we can just say, okay, all right, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really put that work in, bro.
So
It's
what's
behind the
what's
scenes stuff, man. You
So
going
what's the
to
cheat
me, and you going to Justin. You going to Philando for the weight training. Like it's that behind the scenes stuff, man.
They don't get it, man. But a lot of times, you know what that is? And the key to that, and I think we can all agree to this for the most part, at that level, say middle school and, before you get to high school, it's that devoted pops that's getting to these that training.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids don't, I know parent, mom too, but a lot of the kids I see excel, their dad's sitting over in the corner watching them work out. Sometimes he's half asleep because he's been working all day, but he knew he had to get his son to training. And I pointed that out to the kid that's playing college ball right now. He was crying. He was in the workouts. I was like, bro, you see your dad over there sleeping? You don't think he'd rather be at home? And you're here crying about a freaking workout? You're going to find out one day how special this is. And now he's playing college ball. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the dads and the moms, man, that's breaking their back to make sure these kids get to these training sessions, bro. Because these kids don't drive and they don't have any money. So there it is.
Yeah, true. So we can't talk football or nothing like that.
You can talk about what you want to talk about.
Hey, which week do y'all play?
Yeah, I mean, so Butler does play PD. It's PD, right?
Yeah.
Whose week is that?
Is what?
It's one of our 3 home games we have this year.
At home on the new turf?
Yeah, man.
You got PD coming.
Hey, man, we ain't worried about nobody but Butler, man. That's all.
Yeah.
You got y'all, okay, man. I'm gonna let it go, man. I ain't even gonna do that, man. I ain't really talking about no high school coach.
I thought you talking about Ransom was on your
Nah,
schedule.
I ain't talking about Huff.
Ain't Ransom on your schedule?
I'm talking about. Well, let's talk about.
Let's talk about Reds.
Nah.
Oh, y'all might be talking to juniors on now, so y'all might be.
Yeah, that's Junior. It wasn't
Junior
them.
gone.
It was
Okay,
Junior.
all right, okay.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You taking it personal. Hey,
Y'all taking it personal.
y'all ain't even played PD yet. Did y'all play him last year?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played him last year.
What happened?
We play him this year.
Okay, cool. You get your face back.
We play him this year. That's
Yeah.
all I can tell you.
Yeah, your receivers should eat.
Oh,
Your receivers should eat this year,
Dang,
right?
That's how he coming at you. Hey.
Nah.
Hey man, we just working, man. We just putting. I learned, a couple years ago, man, that I gotta, just put my head down and work, man.
That's
I
it,
used
man.
to talk trash and be out, man. I ain't doing that no more, man. I'm a changed man.
No, but let's talk about the state of youth football. I mean, high school football. What do you think about high school football right now in the state of North Carolina? Are we there yet? Have we bridged the gap? From Georgia and Texas and Florida, the Florida teams. Are we there yet? Can we say we can compete if it comes down to it? Or if not, then why? Why are we not in that same conversation when they talk about top teams, top athletes? What's the difference? How do you think we should bridge the gap to try to get there?
Man, we didn't let us have open enrollment.
Bingo.
Oh, that cuss. Now you know what that means.
The
The transfer portal is crazy.
Transfer portal is crazy.
The transfer portal would go crazy if it's open enrollment everywhere, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Then, but in a way, it seems like so. That's your take, okay?
seemed like it's
You would
so
take,
anyway.
and you know what, Justin? I'm kind of with you on that. To be honest, I think open enrollment would be, could bridge the gap on some of it. What about you, Coach Ake? What do you think?
I think open enrollment would be dope, but I also think you can't make the playing field even when you want to make it even. Like there's some schools that don't have great facilities, but you got other schools that have facilities that the kids benefit from.
Right.
So you can't say, a school on the west side doesn't have the same thing as a school on the south side. And the school on the south side has all the kids and they want to transfer and they winning. But you give that same opportunity to that school on the west side and give them that turf field, update their weight room, update those facilities. It'll be even. So I think that's the biggest thing because I've seen it when my son played. I've seen it when I coached at different schools. And the kids, they want to win, but they also want to walk into a weight room that looks like some of them schools in the suburban areas. They don't want to walk into a weight room and they missing 10-pound weights and the benches got
Real talk.
the cushion missing. That
Right.
but
Get cut when
and then even losing coaches too. I don't know about North Carolina as a whole, but CMS, we don't get paid like that.
Right.
So I think those three things, open enrollment would be dope, making the playing field even as far as facilities, and then pay the coaches.
That should be number one.
Yeah,
Pay the coaches,
pay the teachers,
better facilities.
pay the teachers. Maybe them
and
kids will
open
come out and be a little bit better. You pay the teachers.
So do
Right.
you? Okay.
Facts.
So you do. My question was, do you think that would help us kind of get a little bit
Oh yeah.
in the conversation with the Florida, Georgia, and the Texas athletes and programs that they have?
We could compete with those schools. I mean, those states definitely compete.
Right.
That for sure compete, for sure. But then you go look at those facilities in Texas. Good Lord,
Oh man, that's a whole.
that's a whole different ballgame.
That's another.
You go look at your Grayson and your Buford in Georgia. It's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
Same thing with Florida. You go look at some of the schools in Florida. Man, they ain't hurting for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, but
Professional facilities. out there.
I tell my kid now that I've learned, what's important is treatment,
Yeah.
preventive treatment,
Facts.
and all the treatment options and the training, the trainers that you have on site,
Yeah.
who can help you recover. Do you have guys on staff or facilities that can get you into that recovery a lot faster. You know, if in fact there is an injury or something like that, because a lot of these even colleges are lacking big time in
Yeah.
treatment options. So
Yeah.
you know, you can have the nice locker room and you know the nice football field and all that, man. But I think treatment you know, having good
Treatment is
treatment at the
huge.
school and prevention and you know stuff like that is more important to me.
Hey, coach, I wanted to kind of pick off kind of what you started about the transfer, man. We see now it's like you know, people announcing transfers like they're
You know, people
college
announcing
now.
transfers like they're
It's
just
just
college now.
it's just like
It's just
in your
it's
face,
just
right?
like
So
in
what
your
do you guys
face.
think about
You're
all
right.
these?
So what do you
You know,
guys think about
this
all
current
these,
trend of
you know,
just transfer
this
kids
current
are just
trend of just
transferring in and out
transferring
of
kids are
schools
just
and it's
transferring
just
in
been
and
put
out of
out on Front
schools,
Street, not like it
and
used
this
to
has
be
been
when
put
it's
out
kind of
street,
like
not like it used to be
hush
when it's
hush.
kind
Like, what do you guys? What's the pros and the cons of that you guys see?
Justin,
Like I said, I'm all for the open enrollment. So you know, I think you know people kids want to go into a situation that better gets them recruited. You know what I mean? Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business, and they paying the next level. So if I could go to another school that's gonna give me more exposure, or if I got a coach over there that I train with, and he wants to get all his guys over there, then I'm all for it. I mean, it's a different era, so of course, the way we grew up, you play with your boys, you play with the team, you play with wherever school your district is. But I mean, with now, I mean, I'm with whatever. As long as
yeah,
you still gotta go out there and compete though, regardless.
You know the con I see in that, for instance, we'll take a school that just won the state championship, right? And then you got all these kids that are transferring in, and this school also has a lot of D1 guys, right? You know, a lot of guys getting offers to play at the next level. So let's say you go over there, your senior year, and you don't hit the field because you got a D1 guy playing in front of you. Like, you know, shouldn't we try to test the waters before we jump all the way in without a life coach? Like,
Too bad you shouldn't went.
Yeah, yeah,
you know
nah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like to me, that's
You
crazy to me. Like, are you
Yeah,
chasing a
too bad you
trophy or
shouldn't
are you
went.
trying to chase an experience?
yeah.
You
To
know?
me,
not,
shame on you if you didn't check the depth chart.
yeah,
Not for sure, absolutely.
you
Shame
move at your
shame on me if
own.
you didn't check the depth chart before you went.
You move at your own risk with
Right.
that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, like you said, yeah, you gotta check the depth chart. You gotta know where you at, and then once you get over there, don't be scared to compete. Don't think you're gonna go into a
Oh,
situation and just jump right on the field.
Hold on,
Like,
cuz. Hold on, Dave.
compete.
yeah.
Hold on, Justin Adams. Say that one more. Say that
Say
word
that
one more
word
time.
again,
Say
Justin.
that word again.
Preach, my boy.
Young fellas, man, you gotta
compete.
compete, man. No matter where you at,
Ooh.
go compete. If you
So
that dog that you say you are anyway, you shouldn't have no problem with competing.
so kids ain't competing like
They don't
kids
want
just
it.
don't want to compete
They just
like
want to hand it
like
to
we
them.
used to. You
Instant
know,
gratification, bro. Instant gratification. They wanna chase these offers.
They were walking
You
to the
know, they
city.
want to be with the popular thing that's hot. No, not the Huff. Like Bake, that's my guy. He does it. Him, Chachi, them boys, they do a great job over there. You know what I'm saying? They good coaches. They got a lot of guys coming out of there. Going next level. But like the kids they want to jump on the hot train. We had the same type of thing happen at Chambers.
yeah.
But
My son
I just
jumped on
think, yeah, but
But
he
he's
was
a
with
player. He's
it.
a player though.
He's a
it. Yeah.
player. He had no
That's the
problem
difference.
getting it out the mud. He came, he fit right in. I think the tough thing about it is it's a gift and a curse to transfer. You can benefit from it. But if you're transferring for the wrong thing, the wrong reason, that's where it's like, wow, like some kids, they're the man where they were at. They had some traction going. It might have been all conference, all state, whatever the case may be, and then you transfer somewhere because you want to chase offers. It's kind of tough because I've been in the recruiting thing for a while. I've helped kids from other schools get offers all the time. If that school can help you get offers, or if those coaches, because all it takes is a phone call,
Right.
you can get offers where you're at. You just got to tap in with the right coaches. Because I tell a coach from Carolina that's recruiting a kid at PD and says, "Oh well, coach, he doesn't fit the mold," or whatever the case may be. but do you know such and such? Yeah, I know that kid. He plays at Mallet Creek or something like that. Yeah, I'll lock you in with him for sure. Call Coach Tinsley and say, hey, Coach, I got such and such looking at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a plug in with you. So I don't like the fact that kids transfer because they want to chase the offers.
Right.
That's tough because you could have got offers where you were at. You just gotta tap in with the right coaches.
Well, in their current, but let's just say in their current situation, they're not well versed. They're not well versed, and they're not really acclimated to knowing how to use the resources to get offers. And let's just say the staff the staff that they're on. I mean, the team that they're playing for, the coaches aren't really, you know, they don't get active. You know what I'm saying? They don't get out there and they don't push for these kids. So some of these kids, that's why I think open enrollment, maybe not chasing the offers, but just wanting a better opportunity to potentially get some offers because, you know, nobody on the staff or the staff hadn't set them down and said, hey, here's, you know, let's get you on a path to, you know, at least if you can't get D1, we can look at trying to get you some D2 schools, D3, whatever, JUCO, you know, the new recruiting. So sometimes these kids are leaving for legitimate reasons.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes these kids are leaving for legitimate reasons. Sometimes they're not. You know, right now, I think that it's just trending, and I think kids are just leaving, and I think some of these kids do get bad advice, and they end up in a situation where now I've transferred, now I'm sitting here and I'm stuck, and I was the man over at this other school, and yeah, they could potentially get, but I just don't think it's enough coaches like yourself that could recommend these kids to other schools, even if they don't go to PD. You know, you like you said, you'll reach out to a kid that plays for Mallet Creek because Lenore Ryan just asked about him, but he hasn't been able to reach anybody at the kid's current school. Like he you know, but then Acres, you meet a Acres who just want to see kids get out. You want to see kids make it. You just don't have too many guys like you, man. I'll be honest, that has that mentality. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It sucks, man, because I
Sorry, go ahead.
just try to be one of those guys that just to help. You know, I don't look for nothing from a kid. Like you, if I can help you any way I can, I help you. But I also tell kids, be real and don't chase this D1 dream. If you're that's the biggest thing I think when it comes to these offers and kids transferring is they want to transfer to certain schools because they got a lot of kids going D1. If you're D1,
They're gonna find you.
most of the time they're gonna find you. You do have some guys that are, the hidden gems that you got to really go look for and that do need that one opportunity, but that's really slim to none. You know what I'm saying? But if you're out there chasing the D1 dream, and let's just say it's a kid that's really not a D1 guy, right? Just he fits the mold. He's big, he's fast, he looks good, grades are good, but he's right there on the cusp of like he might be a D1 guy, he might not, but he's more so not a D1 guy. Okay, we give him the offer, right? Or the coach gets him the offer, whatever. He gets to that D1 school, flops.
Right.
Hey, now what is he gonna do? Now reality kicks in, and you say, okay, well, coach, you sold me a lemon. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a high school guy,
Here's your
Yeah.
word.
you know, them college coaches, they're gonna be like, man, he bigged this kid up, and like it was kind of a gamble anyway. So now you got to repair that relationship with that coach because he's not going to trust your judgment as much as you want him to. And then now you have the kid saying, hey, you got such and such a D1 offer. I'm better than him, or my film is better, or whatever the case may be, or parents. So man, that whole ordeal is, man, it's just out of control. It's a gift and a curse for a lot of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you this, Coach. When you got a kid, both of you guys can answer this because you guys deal with a lot of guys that's playing college ball now, and high level ball at that. So when a kid comes to you and he's talking about an offer, what's your advice in regards to taking that offer? Like, what are some of the things that you tell this kid that he needs to be looking for to make sure that this is a good place for him to be?
Yeah.
Well, I always say go look at the roster of the schools that you want to go to. Do you fit anywhere in that program? Like if you got a coach, a DB coach who likes 6 foot guys or 6 foot or better, and you're 5'9", do you think he's going to take you? You know what I mean? You got to be realistic when it comes to the recruiting process, man. Another thing I want to talk about the recruiting process, man, because I had a guy, a couple guys who, they got you know how you get the D1 offers that's not committable.
Yeah.
And then you got the D2s, and now, but you ain't looking at the D2s because you say I got D1s.
D1.
And now you get to the end of the year and you can't commit, and now them D2s they don't get their money away, and now you asking coach, hey coach, you still the contact with that D2? Nah, your money gone. You know what I'm saying? That just happened to me, man. I had a coach call me, played college ball with the coach. He called me. He was like, yo, I got a kid that I had a full ride for. He kind of, he was Hollywood. He big time me. So I called the kid. I'm like, yo, you haven't committed. This school wants you. They don't have the full ride no more, but they still take you and they'll find ways to give you bread.
Sure.
But he was like, yeah, nah. If it's D2, I want to go D1, but if it's D2, it gotta be full ride. I was like, well, bro, you had that full ride, but you ain't say nothing to the coach. Now he done moved on, man. So a lot of guys, man, you got to be realistic, man. Especially if you get these offers and you undersized, or if you're not really what they want, they'll give it to you just to try to lock you in, but it's not a real offer. So you really got to be able to evaluate the offers that you got.
Yeah, man. That Justin, man, that's super important, man. That's very relevant, man. A lot of these kids are going through that, but they have to have somebody got to have those tough conversations with them, man. You know what I mean? Like Coach was saying, you can get 25 offers, man, but all of them might be hollow.
Right.
Ain't no meat on them. Ain't no meat on them. But these kids, man, you got to get them. You got to bring them down to reality, man. And how do you do that? Like that's why I think you always got to have some real guys on the staff, man. On these in these high school programs, man. You got to keep it real with these kids, man. Because the new recruiting process is work your ass from D3 if you have to, to get there, to get what you want. And these are, and some of them might, and there are partial scholarships out there, right? Yeah. There's partials, and some of these guys are being offered. Yeah, you might get offered D1, but it's a partial, and you don't know it until you go on that official visit. It's happened. I know some kids where they go on the official visit. Yeah, you got the offer from Virginia Tech, but once you get there and you sitting down with the GM and you sitting down with the with the coach, and they tell you, well, we're gonna give this kid right here, part of your scholarship. He's a junior, whatever. You come in as a freshman, and then they got to try to figure out how do I get the rest of that money. So now they got to look at trying to get FAFSA, trying to get a Pell Grant, trying to get whatever they can to try to, bridge that gap. Yep. And a lot of these kids don't know that.
Facts.
Right? A lot of these kids don't know that. So they better jump. A lot of these kids, hey, man, if you got some D2 offers, hey, man, them things real, boy. You hear me?
You can go D2 and move up.
Yes, easy.
That's the thing.
You can go FCS. You go FCS, or Western Carolina, something like that. Like, I'm just using for my example. And you can get to FBS, but a lot of these kids' egos and then just lack of using resources, lack of being able to talk to guys like yourself, Justin, based on what you just said, and Coach Akers and Coach Clark. We're going to keep it real with them,
the biggest irony of all this stuff, man, is like when you look at all these guys, their rankings, they're 5 stars, and these develop. The league is full of 2-star and no-star guys.
Yeah, facts.
That's the crazy part. It's like I almost look at it as like you're setting yourself up because if you think about it, you're a 5-star coming out of high school. You're gonna start in college. You're gonna start, or you're gonna bust, right?
Yeah.
And then your body's completely beat up, and now you're going into the league limping. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been on the field, and not being able to take that step back to learn the college game. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about the old Alabamas where you got guys that you only see them on the field for about 2 years. Right? And they go to the league because the guy in front of him waited 2 years to get on the field. The guy in front of him. So it's like you're learning, you're getting the best practice facility, getting the greatest coaching, and your body is being saved. Right? And then you get your 2 years of shine, and then you coming out of that program, you're gonna go. But that's a whole nother story. What I'm saying is like, just like Coach Akers talked about earlier, is that instant gratification. Those stars don't mean shit.
Nothing
at all.
What you do between those lines, bro. Like you might be a 5-star, but you playing in fucking, Gastonia. Who gives a shit?
Ooh.
I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying.
Ooh.
You're a small pond, you're a big fish in a big small pond.
Yeah.
That don't mean shit.
Who you talking about? What school you talking about in
I
Gastonia?
don't know nobody in Gastonia. I'm just throwing.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
thought
saying,
you were talking
I go
about.
5-star in
I thought
Charlotte.
you was talking about
Let's just
Hunter
say
Huss.
If you're a 5-star in Charlotte,
Man, leave Randy alone, man. Randy, that's my guy.
Look, bro, listen. I honestly just threw Gastonia because it's smaller than Charlotte.
Shout out to Coach
What I'm
Thompson,
saying
man.
is like, let's say,
You could have said Huntersville.
Okay, let's say Hunter. No, you can't say Huntersville.
Whoa.
You can't say Cornelia.
Why can't we say Huntersville? Why?
But what I'm saying is, Coach, is if you're a big,
They got IMG up there now.
You got a little big fish in a little pond, and when you go out to that ocean, you might get swallowed up.
Yeah.
You know what
True.
I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of these kids put so much emphasis on, I got this offer, I'm this star. You still got to perform. In fact, you got to overperform because they've given you those accolades, and you're probably gonna get some bread. So yeah, be careful what you ask for.
I tell them boys, man, when it comes to recruiting, especially high school guys, if you're not, so you get your D1 offer or whatever, but if you even get one, but now you're playing in the game against transfer portal guys who've already been college athletes, so they know the work, they know everything that they need to know about being a college athlete. Whereas some of them guys are 22 years old. You coming into the program as an 18-year-old, you're not as big, you're not as fast, you're not as strong, you're not as knowledgeable, and you're not as mature. So
Absolutely.
you fight that fight. Most of the time, that's a losing fight. When you got guys, you got them bounce back guys that coming from Bama and Tennessee or even like a North Carolina Central or something, and you're a high school kid. This guy done played or even been in the program for 2 years. Like he has everything that college coach wants. He's not gonna roll the dice on you.
Yeah.
He's gonna say, "Hey, I got this roster that needs to be filled by grown men. I'm not taking a kid right now."
Indiana.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
The coach is gonna take a kid that knows how to go to class, gets to class on time, gets to
All
the
of that.
study hall on time. You know what I mean? He don't have
And
to.
I don't blame him.
He don't.
That's their job on the line.
He don't have to think it. He's gonna get to the meetings on time.
Yep.
He's gonna get. He's gonna get. He's gonna get less resistant from this kid. This kid he's strong in the weight room. He moves around well. So yeah, the college recruiting is certainly much tougher for a high school senior right now, bro. He better take whatever he can get, bro.
Take what you can get. Take who wants you. Who shows you the most interest.
There you go.
And
Dance with the girl
who
and run to the
and
prom, baby.
you're not just a roster. I mean, you're not just a roster filler. A lot of kids, this past season, man, they said, "Coach, man, I had these D2 offers, man. I'm really trying to go D1, man. It's about to be done with the transfer portal.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now they had a couple of D1 schools hit them up. I said, well, where were they when you first started your recruiting, son? Now they didn't get the
just trying
guys
to
that
fill
they
the room.
wanted, so they trying to fill the room.
They didn't
Yeah.
get who they wanted.
They're just trying to fill the room.
You were number 29 on their board,
On
but
their
they
board,
couldn't
yeah.
get the other guys, so now they want to double back and get you. Do you really
Yeah.
want to go play for somebody that didn't show you any interest like they should have, or do you want to go somewhere where they want you?
Yep.
They're gonna give you the full ride. You're
Absolutely.
gonna play, and they tried to build a relationship with you. Are you gonna go to the side chick
Yeah, you know what?
school?
That's
You know what I'm
that
saying?
person- Yeah, that's that one. It's like, boy, it's almost 2:00.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But they
One more drink.
no, but they
Yeah.
are pressured to fill the room, to fill that
Nah,
room, that
for
DB room, that receiver room.
I tell guys
he
to
wasn't high on the
take
board.
the
that
offer
offer.
that people show you the most love. You build a relationship with those coaches. Like if a coach like tells you, look, I want you. You're gonna do
Yeah.
this, you're gonna do that. Unfortunately, you do have some coaches that are, sell you a dream.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
most kids and parents, they had that spirit of discernment, man, that you could
Yeah.
tell if a coach is on BS or not. But it's still a gamble. But
Yeah,
I
if
still
they
say take
call
that
you out
chance.
early, if they call you early when it's time when the recruiting process opens, and they call you out and they fly you out and you on that official visit early,
Yeah,
then
you
they
do
probably
it.
want you. They probably
sure.
want you. But if it
sure.
gets to be a little late, then no. But hey, listen, I'm glad you guys came on tonight, and listen, I'm glad y'all did, because we're gonna have we're trying to create a big forum where we can sit down and we can talk about these type of topics, man. We want to fill the room, and I'm gonna leave this up to Justin, man, to put this thing together. He's good at it. I mean, hell,
Recruit summit.
he was at the damn
Hi.
at the damn hive on the floor. I mean, this guy,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? He had billionaires at his meeting.
saying?
Are you kidding me? He got billionaires sitting
Yeah.
there on the forum. So we want to put together a group of high school coaches, man, where we can kind of and fill the room with high school kids, so we can actually give them this type of advice. And try to coach them up, and give them reality checks. But we'll get with Justin, man. We'll sit down and we'll have a big forum of coaches, and we'll talk about the state of youth football. I mean, youth football, football, middle school football, and
Yeah.
Charlotte football, high school football, and
I'm
things
with it,
like
man.
that. So yeah,
I'm with
man,
it, man.
I'm glad you guys came on, man.
Appreciate you.
And
guys, sir.
hopefully you have a great year, Coach, with PD, man, this year.
Appreciate it, man.
Coach Clark, of course, he's busting his ass over there at Butler, and Justin is training them up and sending them to y'all, man. And they
Absolutely.
they
yeah.
faster, and even faster, and that's what it's all about, man.
Hey, it's gonna be an exciting year, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, seeing my guy across the lines and before and after. But
Oh yeah.
that's how we do, man. It's always gonna be respect either way. So,
Always love, dog. You know.
No, but when do y'all play though?
I think it's the second week.
Yeah, I think it's the second week. Second week, yeah.
Second game.
Second week.
Because we play Huff. We play Huff the third week.
Y'all play week 3?
Yeah, I believe so. I think
That's
it's Myers Park week 1, Butler 2, Huff 3, Roseville 4.
Damn.
Hey, let's get it on, man. You
Shit.
don't know how good you are. Till
Good
you
football,
good.
man.
Right?
Nah,
Some
for
good
sure,
football,
man.
man, coming up, man. But we appreciate you guys, man, coming at on the line sports media, man, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right, fellas. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
What's up?
Go PD.
Gotcha.
All right.